Okay, so yes, here we are, part two, same comic book, Dead Metal number one. It was the first one was running a little long, and for some reason I can't upload long videos, and I still have plenty to talk about, so I wanted to make it a part two. Uh, so right here again, they're fighting, and then Batman is telling Wonder Woman, just come in, let's fight, let's just save what we have, and leave to fight, and she's like, I can't do that. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to turn back everything, like, back to the, normal, back to how it used to be before all this happened. um and Batman's like, we can't do that. So he takes the bike from, which I thought was kind of cool though, because they have a hex, said, they're all yours, and you're like, yeehaw, sir. So finally, party time for him, right? So he takes off right here, and then they have this, for some reason, not sure why, they show Lobo right here. Apparently he's in a space, this space, but he's on a planet made of bones. And that's all they show. This is the only time they show him on this book. So I don't know exactly what's going on there, right? So all he says that it's time for the main man to live up this joint. So that's it. So now we go to the power chords, and now she went back to the underworld, and then she thinks that she needs to go talk to that prisoner, that he's a key to to make make things turn back. So right here, the Swamp Thing is trying to tell her that he can't fight no more, that he's pretty weak, that he can't protect her, and then but she needs to do this, and she needs to go into the pit, talk to the person, and he's like, well, what choice do I have, right? So he's going to continue fighting and as much as he can, but he's pretty much beat up. So she goes under, and then it's funny here, because if you know Dante's Inferno, you know that the last circle of hell is not hell like fire, is ice, cold. So that's what he says right here. He says, I expected fire and brimstone. I forgot the ninth level is a cold wasteland. So Wonder Woman knows who that is, and then the prisoner happens to be Wally West, the Flash. He looks different, of course, and then she's asking him, because he's seen all the multiverses, what, to help her understand what's going on. And she says, I remember us all fighting Perpetua and the Batman who laughs. I remember harnessing some blue energy like the one emanating from you now, and Perpetua using, what a dumb name, by the way, though, an opposing power. Then I remember nothing until evil Batman were swarming the earth. Tell me what happened. And he say, okay, but first, he's trying to explain and saying that he's tired, that he just wants to go back, being his old self. He's just tired. So this is right here that they give a little explanation of the crisis and then what she did, right? I can't read everything, of course, this is not what I do, but I can give you, a quick, explanation. So apparently there's two types of powers, right? And then two poles, I'm sorry. So one is create crisis energy, and then apparently that's a bad one. That's the one that creates all the crisis, right? That is anti-life, chaos, magic, the forces of doom, all power that disrupts, that takes instead of, gives power based in selfishness, greed, things like that. And the good one, which is connective, says every positive energy in our universe the speed force, the emotional spectrum, the forces of justice, they all in essence connective. And then they say they link us to each other and to our past, reminding us we are part of one epic generational story. And apparently she used she was supposed, she creates the universes, right? And she was supposed to create one, but she created one that people will forget. If that's where I'm a little confused, because they talk about Dr. Manhattan and how he tried to mend the fractures in the multiverse to heal the scars of former crisis, because the crisis apparently is what's giving the power, for like the bad power, right? And then as long as they remember, the crisis will they continue, right? And then apparently so it says right here, in our battle with the last Scion, Barbados, we broke into the source wall itself, freeing her. I skipped a big part. Okay, so this is my mistake. So yeah, again, like I said, Perpetua is the mother of the universe, of our multiverse. And then she started our reality with crisis energy. That's what I'm saying. Her goal was to create a multiverse with no memory, one that will live forever in a self-renewing loop of its own importance. A multiverse that would prey on others, absorb them, and forget them, and basically to be devoted to her forever, eternally. So she was when the others find out what she was doing, she was put in a prison. And then she was allowed to see this universe, to see that we deserve, that we were good, we deserve to be to live, right? And then she would maybe change her mind, but she didn't. And instead she raged inside the wall. Whenever she could, she will whisper to whoever might hear. And apparently, one person that did listen to her was Lex Luthor. But then the Batman Who Laughs, gave her basically a better deal, said that that he will, harness all the connective energy, as long as I guess everybody remember things like that. This is, like I said, this is a little. It's just a little all over the place, I think, this comic book, and it's maybe because I didn't read the previous one. So Dr. Manhattan tried to fix this, but he just didn't. He made it probably worse. And when they were fighting her, against the Barbados fight, they broke the source wall itself, freeing her, and since then she has become powerful again. That's what it says, right? Anyway, so that's that. So right here, he's been listening to Wally and Wonder Woman talk, right? And then he's trying to tell her, all you gotta do is just listen, just do what I'm telling you, just, and everything will be okay. I'll give you your planet, and you have your people, but if you don't listen, I'm just gonna kill you and kill everybody. And she say, you're not gonna do that because you still need us, right? Like he say, yeah, I'll kill you. So she's like, what are you going to do? This is your plan? You're going to create a sword of your invisible, because she's supposed to dismantle her, invisible jet, and then this power that he can, that's something that she can use to protect her, like create a shield, so he wouldn't, know what she's doing and see her and things like that, like make it, weapons. But she doesn't, so she creates something else. Now, by the way, here, T-Rex, little arms, making fun and say, what about those arms now, right? Because they beat the crap out of them. But, something's weak, so you can't really do much. So again, she I'm just going to read it so make it better. Said, now you help me. You play your part, and on the other side of this, I will honor my promise. I will give you and all the good people Perpetua holds captive in her antenna, a planet of your own. You will be safe. You have my word. But fight me and I will hurt you and your friends in ways you can't even imagine. And says, you can outplan me, Diana. Let me guess the strategy here. First you knock me out, then you go deep your armor in that cauldron where the invisible jet was melted down, and suddenly you have a shield to hide behind. And then she says, "See, that's the thing, monster. You know Bruce. He makes a shield, but this isn't his story," which kind of, in a way, kind of is, right? The old Batman. Um, hey, so what, you make a weapon, a sword? No, I already made it. And then I don't know what this is, those little things. She said, and it wouldn't just be a sword. So she apparently stabs him with it and seems to like kill him. I mean, I know that's not true, but so that's he right here. He's fleeing. And he said, "My God, it happened." And then he's tell this little Robins, that he's gone, that they were his favorites, and it's time to initiate his true plan. And then they pray. Oh my God! I hope they. I mean, they already mentioned Dr. Manhattan, so I hope they, also interact with other, members of the Watchmen. That'd be pretty cool, though. By the way, one underrated movie. Like, that movie was awesome. It's so underrated. But anyways, so it says, "Goblins, prepare the body and of the final Bruce Wayne." And then this guy right here looks like Dr. Manhattan, right? So yeah, so I'm kind of excited. That's pretty much it. Then they have the sergeant. They're fighting, and they're with Batman, right? So they're help him out. That's pretty much it. So that's the book. It's pretty cool. It's just a little confusing, a little all over the place, but I guess it's my own fault for not reading the previous, I guess, arc, and then jumping into this one right away. But it's all good. We'll read the other ones, and then we'll probably have a better understanding as we go along. Because I have not read the other issues. I have not read the previous, and I have not read number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And I did not buy the cross, and I just got the core issues. So we'll read it together and get on it. And anyway, so thank you. This was a long video. That's what I had to make a part 2. And I probably missed a lot of things anyway. So, hopefully you enjoy it, and I have fun, doing this. And thank you. I'll see you next time.